thank you, Diego. And I want to get a little bit back to the expert interviews we did on our research on the alpine wool. And therefore, I want to highlight some regulations that could perhaps influence consumers' behavior. Starting with a question on market-related regulations hampering economic success of alpine wool. First, I want to start with the political framing. For example, the treaties of Rome, where where agricultural subsidies and funding are really central for farmers, for example. And besides, it's alpine wool because it's by the treaties of Rome not classified as an agricultural product. Raw wool is, or raw material is classified as waste so far. The second part are quality standards, certifications. So we have the merino qualities that are really important. We heard today a lot that are really important for the industries, for the production of clothing, mainly of high fashion and fashion clothing. And besides, we have alpine wool. Third, we have environmental classifications, like for example the Higg index, which favor perhaps a little bit non-animal fibers. And besides, we have alpine wool. What we have also is a lot of labels and brands where all are included, and so also alpine wool is. That brings me back a little bit to Diego's question. And to answer your question, Diego, about the amount of labels and certifications, I brought another slide about the institutional mapping we did. So we tried to focus on how many labels on which levels are there and which stages of the value creation chain are tackled from them. Yeah, so this is a simplified mapping of all the labels. What we see is a variety of labels. They are on different levels, on different stages, from production, processing, manufacturing to recycling and waste management. And what is important to say that some of them are voluntary by trade associations, for example, and others are results of national, regional regulations or even European regulations. And also what is really important to mention, there are some retailers that force perhaps the creation of labels which are then adopted by their suppliers. These labels tackle, as I said, all different parts of the value chains, and from environmental sustainability, from the raw materials over production processes up to recycling and waste management. Yes, so far from our side.
Thank you very much, and it's very interesting. And again, it's from a consumer perspective. You know how many labels you can have on the same product. You are confused, and that's too much. Sometimes too much information is not really doing anything good because there are cognitive costs associated with processing the information. So thank you very much, gentlemen, and we go to the second part where we talked about them almost in every round table. It's time to talk